everything I used to eat in a day when I was struggling with my weight and my relationship with food versus what I ate now. I've lost over 25 pounds and maintained it for the past 7 years now and have an amazing relationship with food. So for breakfast, I always started off with something sugary like a Pop-Tart or a muffin. Of course, I had to pair it with a coffee. I usually went for a Frappuccino from Starbucks. This is only 2 items, a drink and 1 piece of food, but that added up to 800 calories easily. And lunchtime came around and I love Chick-fil-A, so I would get the #1 sandwich with fries and a lemonade. Once again, this doesn't seem like a huge meal, but this easily added up to being about 1,000 calories. So we're already at 800 calories and it's only lunchtime. I'm also a big snacker, so I would snack on trail mix throughout the day, which I thought was harmless, but 1 serving of trail mix can easily add up to being 600 to 700 calories. So at this point, we are already above 2,000 calories. So for dinner, I was way too lazy to cook, so I would almost always order takeout, and Chinese food was one of my favorites. Sometimes I would get beef and broccoli, sometimes I'd get sesame chicken, but once again, this meal easily adds up to being more than 1,000 calories. Now we are way above our maintenance calories for the day, but it doesn't stop there. I love a sweet treat, so I'd always end my night with some sort of dessert. My go-to was Oreos and milk. I loved mixing them together. It would be about an extra 400 calories. So I was basically eating over 3,000 calories and had no idea. So here are some of the changes I made to reduce my calories, but still eating things that I like. For breakfast, I'd start with a yogurt parfait or some sort of breakfast sandwich. For the yogurt parfait, I would use Greek yogurt, which is higher in protein, add some sort of protein granola and a fruit. Or if I was doing a breakfast sandwich, I would choose an English muffin because it's usually lower in calories, add some eggs, some cheese, and some vegetables. And both these options were about 400 calories, which is half of what I was having before for breakfast. And I had way more energy after eating. For lunch, something I realized is I love sandwiches in all forms, whether it's a chicken sandwich or turkey sandwich. So I would go to a place like Panera Bread in Jersey Mike's and order a half sandwich, either the turkey sandwich or the chicken sandwich, which is only about 400 calories. So now we're at 800 calories for the day versus 1,800 with the previous example. I still love to snack, nothing's changed about that, but I really prioritize protein now. So either I'll have a protein shake for my first snack, about 20 to 30 grams of protein, or I'll have a protein bar, which also has about 20 to 30 grams of protein. Both these options come out to be about 200 calories compared to the 600 calories I was consuming from trail mix without a lot of nutrients to it. Then for dinner, I like to have something that contains a veggie, a protein, and a carb of some sort. I like to do things like stir fries or a chicken and pasta dish because I love my pastas, I love my rice, and it allows me to still enjoy that while getting the right mix of nutrients. And usually at this point in the day, I'm at about 1,500 to 1,700 calories, so I have room for one extra thing, which is always going to be dessert. For dessert, I like to have 1 classic size cookie about this big and 1 scoop of ice cream on top. This combination usually comes out to be about 300 calories, which takes me from eating over 3,000 calories a day to about 2,000 or less. I still get to have dessert, I still get to snack, I still get to eat out when I want to, but I have more awareness of my portions and more self-control when it comes to food. And over the years, I've helped hundreds of my clients achieve their weight loss goals while still enjoying all their favorite foods. So if you're hearing this and realizing you're probably over-consuming calories and want to make some adjustments so you can see sustainable weight loss results that stand the test of time, I would absolutely love to help you. You can learn all about our coaching program up at the link in my bio.